At every track on the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup Series, brakes are important, but perhaps most so here at Three Rivers, Quebec. It's a tight, technical course. Drivers are on and off the brakes all the time. And even after two 20-minute practice sessions of trying to be careful, teams were wearing out their brakes. They were having to replace the brake rotors and the brake pads after only 40 minutes of action. The drivers were taxing the automatic braking system so much so in these cars that some drivers actually boiled over the brake fluid and burned the master cylinder. So here's what the teams are doing to try to help their drivers make it to the end of the race. First off, trying to get extra air to cool the brake systems. You see the air intake right here at the front of the car? It runs through the bodywork, through this ductwork that they put right on the brake disc cylinders to try to keep those brakes cool and the brake pads cool as possible. The other key is telling the driver to take it easy through the end. With a 45-minute race, teams are telling their drivers, look, if you want to stop at victory podium, you've got to have brakes at the end of the race.
And he's so right. When we used to race here in some cars, we actually water cooled the brakes to get them to work the distance. But these brakes are really good brakes. But I'll tell you what, when you come down here, we don't have enough speed here to really cool them because you're constantly using them. And at the end of each straightaway, there's actually a very tight corner. So every time you get to the end of a straight, use them very hard. This being the hardest braking, you can see he's even squirming under brakes. He is not being real easy on the brakes right now. Foss is trying very hard.
Eric Foss continues to lead here in the Team MER car. Second spot, Todd Buris. These are the two leaders in the championship standings starting the second half of the season. 4 races to go, including today's event here at Trois-Rivières. Elliot, the key to that, I guess, is as a driver, you don't want to use your transmission to slow the car down that much, do you?
No, you want to use the brakes, but what you do is you want to use them very hard at the beginning and then kind of ease off of them. And you want to use them as little as you can, but still keep your speed, which is tough at a track like this. But, you know, some people are very good with brakes. They can use them really hard and still keep them cool, and other people have a trouble with it. And I'm not exactly sure what the difference is in that.
Meantime, look at this action a moment ago. Down into turn 1, Shannon McMaster, Christopher Rhodes, and Bill Sweedler in the orange car. The 54, Elliot, almost into the wall.
Well, I actually did touch the tires there. You know, it's very tough to get that position. Once you get outside like that, there is no grip, and you're going to the wall.
And Shannon McMaster from Fort Worth, Texas, just brushing the wall there at the exit of turn 1. Meantime, you've got Brad Rampelberg and Ryan Shims, guys who've been very strong all season long, in front of Elevon Goulart, who turned in a great ride a couple of weeks ago at Road America. And here's Shims, the winner at Road America, forcing Rampelberg almost into a mistake there.
Yeah, but, you know, you had to go back single file to get through the arch. If you don't go through the arch like that, both cars are going to be slow, and you'll both lose a position going up the next straightaway. So you have to get back in single file. But it looks like Shims has something for him now, and it's going to be very interesting to see if Rampelberg can hold him off.
Heading up the long backstretch to turn 5, Shims in that red and white Airco car took a look to the inside. He's used that passing point into 5 a couple of times today. Couldn't make it work this time.
No, he took a look at it and thought the better of it because Rampelberg went very deep on brakes. But you know what we talked about before on brakes, you've got to take it and use them as easy as you can and pick the time when you're going to want to really use them hard, because if you use them hard every time, you're not going to have anything left.
So Rampelberg continues to lead this group. He's in that blue and white car. The 70, Elevon Goulart from Shelton, Connecticut. Good run for him as well. And Deborah Lott in the black and white Lott endodontics machine from Texas. She's turned in a good run so far today. She's got Robert McCallion right there, though, in the Shopzilla.com entry.
Yeah, she got a little deep into that last corner and went wide and put the car right back on her so that they're taking a shot at her, and she lost some distance to the car in front of her. It just didn't take much of a mistake here to get you off of where you were.
Watching this battle, this is for 8th and 9th. Deborah Lott now to the inside of McCallion as they head down the hill.
That usually doesn't work because you have to go single file down through here. Yeah.
Deborah Lott thought the better of that and decided to tuck back in.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a hard place to hit there because if you don't hit there when you're going around it, you're going to hit coming off. So it's a tough place there, and you have to go single file like we talked about before, or you won't get the speed up the straightaway.
Robert McCallion from Seal Beach, California there in the Shopzilla.com entry, the red and silver car. Deborah Lott from Texas in the number 23 right behind. She's going to try him on the inside again. She's been pretty racy today. I've been very impressed with how Deborah Lott has attacked this racetrack.
She's doing a great job today, and it's having a good race with McCallion, too.
Watching the battle, and we've got trouble on pit road. Let's get back downstairs to Todd.
Well, the day just gets longer and tougher for Robert Huffmaster, the man who was 5th in the championship coming into today's event. Now it's a right rear problem. Boy, this track has eaten up this number 27 a couple of times.
And that's not the only car that's been eaten up. We've seen mirrors hanging off a bunch of cars here where they've been hitting the walls today. And like I said, it's not easy to stay off the walls, but Eric Foss is doing a great job of going fast and staying off the walls.
Foss starting to lap slower traffic now. He is the championship leader in that Autobarn machine from Team MER. He's been very impressive all season long, putting in a great drive here in his first visit to Trois-Rivières in Quebec, Canada. We'll be right back with more of the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup.